Today is day 200 of the 1000 day juggling challenge. In the previous video, on day 100, I'd completed one of the 21 challenges. And now, I'm happy to say that just yesterday, I managed to complete another. The 5 ring flat fronts, thrown like this. Previously, my record was 55, and then yesterday, I achieved this. So that's another challenge down. 2 out of 21, so that's 9.5% of the challenge is complete, which isn't bad, but it's not great considering I'm already 20% of the way through the 1000 days, so I do need to up my game. But I have learned something recently which I do think will be a bit of a game changer. In each session, I was working on multiple different challenges, and each challenge is endurance based. So by the time I was getting to the second or third challenge, I was already pretty tired, so I wasn't giving it as good enough of a go because I'd worn myself out with the first one. So I've decided from now on, I'm only going to work on one of these challenges per session. So if I'm doing a ring session, it could be that I'm just going to work on the 5 ring pancakes and other stuff, but when it comes to challenges, just one challenge per session. And I think it's going to change things. So before we go, we've got some stats. Of the last 100 days, I've averaged 31.43 minutes of practice a day, which is an increase. On the first 100 days, it was 23 minutes of practice a day, on average. So it's an increase of 36.1%, so that's not bad. I've practiced, of the last 100 days, I've practiced exactly 50% of the days, which is an increase of 12%. Of the first 100 days, I only practiced 38% of the days. So in total, I've practiced 44% of the days, averaging 26.95 minutes every day. Which isn't great, but it's not bad either, considering how much I've been traveling and working and doing all this stuff. I really am trying to squeeze in practice whenever I can. I'm only counting practice that is structured practice. So if I go to a juggling club and I have a little play or whatever, I'm not counting that as practice. I'm only counting practice with balls, rings and clubs. So if I do Diablo, cigar boxes or bounce juggling, I'm not counting that either. So balls, rings, clubs, and only structured practice. So 26.95 minutes every day isn't too bad. I've got 800 days left. I'll keep you posted.